Good morning, friends. We are just getting started on breakfast for today. So we're gonna do like fruit and yogurt parfaits here. Some of the kids I know prefer to have milk with their granola, so they'll have granola and milk and maybe like a banana or apple on the side or something. But for most of us, we've got grapes, bananas, apples, and pineapples. So I meant to take some strawberries out of the freezer last night to defrost overnight. I really meant to do that because strawberries just make this so much better. We just got some plain Greek yogurt here, or some of these yogurt cups, so everyone can kind of choose what they want there. And then here is the homemade granola I make. I will link this recipe because it is so delicious. So that's what is on the meal plan for breakfast today. I also have this chicken stock sitting here that has been cooking all night long. Also, I have some bread in the oven, lots going on this morning. I'm making soup for dinner later on, and so I wanted to cook the stock all night, so that will be ready for when I start the soup a little bit later on today. But first off, time to assemble some breakfast. Here's my bowl. I've got grapes, bananas, and pineapple in there, some Greek yogurt. And look how much this granola is enjoyed. The kids already all served theirs and like it just disappeared. Did you hear that? Granola spilling on the floor. Okay. It's a bit messy. And there we go. That is my breakfast today. I was gonna have a couple boiled eggs on the side too because I've started this habit where I boil a dozen eggs every week. Most of the kids aren't really fans of boiled eggs, and Andrew used to not like them. He started really enjoying them, and so now that's just a great protein source for him to take for lunches when he goes to work. So I do always boil a dozen eggs at the beginning of the week. I have some in the fridge, and I thought of just having a couple today alongside my breakfast, you know, throw some extra protein in there, but I don't know. That looks like a big bowl of yogurt, so we'll see how I'm doing. As I expected, I'm very full after that breakfast, so I might have boiled eggs with my lunch or something instead. But for now, I am just drinking a coffee. My first coffee of the day. Just started a fresh pot there in my drip coffee maker. This one, I did like a half our regular Kirkland Signature brand coffee grounds and half some hazelnut coffee grounds I have. Just to kind of, you know, make the special coffee spread a little further. But that's enough. I can just smell that flavor. I know I can taste that flavor. And anyway, there's my morning coffee. It's time to prep lunch. The kids have kind of been snacking on the rest of the fruit this morning, and I am excited to show you what loaf of bread we are eating for lunch. You know what? I'll just turn this around. I'll show you. I'm so excited to slice into it. Here it is. Simeon did this fun pattern on the top of this loaf. But what I did here was cheese and everything bagel seasoning. I am really excited to slice into this loaf. So we're gonna have that buttered. I just got out some sandwich meat here. There's the boiled eggs. Gonna have some of those. We're gonna do a tomato. I also have a head of lettuce over here. There's a lot of cheese in this loaf of bread, so I don't think we're gonna have cheese on top of it. Like, I think just the meat and, you know, tomato and lettuce will be enough. But why don't I go ahead and slice this on camera. Change my angle a lot here. This loaf, let me tell you, smells amazing. Amazing. I tried to get the cheese and the seasoning all sprinkled throughout, so hopefully, okay, you can't see a lot of it right there, but as I slice it more, okay, the Everything Bagel seasoning, I can just smell so well. Ooh, there's a nice piece. You can see there how well it's spread throughout. Okay, that is going to be delish. I got this tomato knife I just have to show you just how well this knife works. I can slice the thinnest, neatest little slices of tomato. This is what they sell it as, is a tomato knife. And anytime we have tomatoes, like we had burgers the other night, okay, get out the tomato knife because it just makes the nicest little slices. Just a little kitchen favorite of ours. Before this all gets set to the table, here's what we've got. We've got our bread. We decided to toast it and butter it. We could have just eaten it fresh, but toasted is really nice. Some sandwich meat, lettuce, tomatoes, and a bunch of raw veggies. We should get out mustard too, because most of us like mustard on our sandwiches. I just got my lunch together here, so I have my sandwich with ham and tomato and lettuce, a couple of boiled eggs, salt and pepper on top. That looks pretty. I'm sure I will have some more veggies too, but I have just a small lunch plate today and it's pretty full. So that's how I'm starting my lunch. I am having a glass of water. The kids are all getting started on lunch. How is the bread?
So good.
So good. I'm happy to hear that. Charity just has to finish up her last couple questions of math. Just finished eating our lunch and now I'm just gonna get supper going in the slow cooker. We're going away later this afternoon and so we'll be coming home just in time to get the finishing touches on dinner. So I want to just get it cooking now so it can cook for the afternoon. So my chicken stock here, it's just been sitting there. I mean, does it look appetizing? Not one bit, but it's making our house, between the chicken stock and the fresh bread, making our house smell delicious. So I'm just going to take this pot here and I am going to pour this through the strainer here. So we have just the stock in the bowl down below. This is a pretty easy dump and go recipe I'm making. So that's all the chicken stock I got. That was from 2 chicken carcasses. So quite a lot. I will dump it in the slow cooker and see, but I don't even know if I'm going to use all of that for this soup. The seasonings I'm using are taco seasoning and cumin. I'm going to peel and chop some sweet potatoes. Also, here is the chicken that was left over from when I did cook up that chicken yesterday. We're gonna add diced tomatoes, black beans. That all just cooks together in the slow cooker. And then before serving, probably about half an hour before serving, like as soon as we get in the door later this afternoon, I will throw a cup of quinoa in. That cooks up and then it's ready to serve. We also, oh yes, we actually have Parmesan cheese right now. This soup is really good. I mean, I think almost any soup is good if you can put some Parmesan cheese on before serving. And we've been out of Parmesan cheese for quite some time, but I remembered I did buy some last time I went to Costco. So that's gonna be our add. It's usually more of a stew than a soup. But I started pouring it in and thought, you know what, I'll just use all of it because I don't know. I have no real reason to save just a couple of cups of chicken stock, so it's gonna be a little bit more brothy today. So I am just going to set this to slow cook on high and check back in a little bit later. It has been a go, go, go day for me. And I am so ready to just sit down on the couch for a little bit. But first I'm going to pour myself another coffee. That's just my half and half cream there. And then I just top it up with coffee. I wonder if I should have reheated this first. Let's see. Oh yeah, delicious, but at that temperature, I just know that I will drink it far too fast. So I just pour it into a pot here, warm it up for a minute on the stove. Then can I sit down and relax for a little bit. We're gonna be heading out here shortly, and in this pantry over here, I have just stocked up on all of these granola bars. This bucket we use all the time, like in the summer, because we're just on the go a lot. But through the winter, this has been almost always empty. And so last time I did groceries, I just got a whole bunch of different like Kind bars, yummy, peanut butter crackers. We've got Nutri-Grain bars, Nature Valley bars, just lots of variety in there. So we're heading out the door shortly here, and so the kids are each just going to grab one of those if they want to, and usually they would choose that because I usually don't want them to have these at home. If we're at home, I'll say grab some crackers, grab some nuts or trail mix, grab some fruit, but these are just great when we're heading out the door, and so it's kind of like a special treat for them. Before we head out, I am just going to have a protein shake here. So I have just unsweetened almond milk. I usually do, I don't have a protein shake like this often at all. I'm usually making a smoothie instead, but if I am having it like this, I'll usually do about half almond milk and half water. It's just about time to refill my protein powder tub here because I've got like, can't even see, that much left. I'm thinking, is that even a full scoop? I was gonna just dump it in, but I'm thinking it's, I don't know, it's close enough to about one serving. So I'm just gonna dump all of that in and try not to spill. Okay, well, I did spill, but not too bad. Since I was showing you my protein powder, I'm gonna show you what I actually use. So this is a smaller tub, so I keep this in my pantry to just grab every day. I really like this brand of protein, but I haven't been able to find it anymore, so I just keep the tub. And this, really like this one as well. This is the one I currently have. And then I just fill my smaller tub that I can take my protein powder out of daily. But either one of these I would totally recommend. The flavor is really good. They are both whey protein isolate, sweetened with stevia, just pretty natural, clean ingredients in it. And I know I could just like pour the protein powder, but I prefer to just scoop it and make less of a mess, although I am kind of getting to the bottom of this one too. It's almost time to buy more. I just put the quinoa into the soup. See if you can even see it. It's not really cooked yet. Can you see it there? Yeah, kind of sprinkled everywhere. So this is still set to slow cook, and I just need to leave it for a little bit longer so the quinoa cooks. Then it'll be ready to serve. I also just grabbed out, this is the rest of that cheese bread from earlier. I did prep some sandwiches for Andrew to take to work tomorrow, but other than that, that is all that's left of that whole loaf of bread. And then I made these buns. They are not sourdough, but they are the best dinner roll recipe I've found. And we had burgers a couple nights ago, so I just made the dinner rolls extra big for hamburger buns, and we'll just put butter on all of those, and that'll be like an extra side for our soup. I've got kids setting the table behind me. Lots of noise back there. But I left this soup for a little bit, and you can see now the quinoa is just plump and cooked. So I'm going to start serving this up. I also just poured myself one more coffee. I just felt like I needed one more today. So having another coffee. Got the bread and everything ready. I also pulled this out because we all thought we needed a little treat tonight after supper, and I'll tell you what, I love these. Not specifically this brand, but just digestive cookies in general. I just love them. They're just that little bit sweet, just a really nice treat. So this will also help encourage the kids to eat up some soup. I wouldn't say they're all big fans of soup, especially this soup. Like some of them might not love the sweet potato or the quinoa or whatever, but it is so good. Oh yes, let me grab the Parmesan cheese. I did say we were gonna do Parmesan cheese on this soup, and that will be good. Okay, how's it going?
Good.
All right. Very boring end to my full day of food today, and honestly, I may have had a snack, but I had probably more cookies that I should have had after supper because I was so hungry after not really snacking in the afternoon, and yeah, I'm full after supper, so I am just having a glass of water here, and that's how I'm going to end today's video. Thanks for watching, guys. Good night.